Okay, can you hear me? Bing bong. Hey Chris, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can just about hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
There
Got
you
my
go.
hat on. There we go. I'm going to keep it on today. How do I look?
It looks great. I love it.
You would have to say that. So, Chris, thank you so much for giving up some time to talk to us. Can you actually see my face in this? There we go. I'll keep it on. So, thank you so much for giving up some time today to talk to us. Really, really grateful that you. I know you're busy and you're growing. So, I am dead grateful for you. Have I said that enough times? I'm really grateful. So, just for the people at home watching this, could you just give us a little bit of background about yourself, how long you've been in business, whereabouts you are in the world, and just share a little bit about yourself and your business to start with. Would that be all right?
Yeah. So right now I'm in Oklahoma City with one truck plus my truck, so two trucks total on the road, and one other employee. Just moved into our shop, and things are going, like you said, crazy.
But crazy, did you say?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. So, and how long have you been in business?
Year and a half now, almost 2 years.
Right. And what were you doing before?
I've been doing this for 10 years now.
Right. But you were employed.
Right. I've been in the industry for 10 years.
Yeah. So what was your reason for starting? It's always interesting to hear.
So I wanted to work for a place that took care of their employees, that didn't sell immorally. It was a great place to be and just fun. I couldn't find that place. So everywhere I went, either I didn't want to get out of bed and go to work, or I didn't make a whole lot of money, so it really wasn't fun. And the employers weren't the best people.
Right. Okay. So, and have you achieved that?
I've achieved good pay, I believe. I'm working on my.
Right. Okay. So I do like a lot of our customers actually have this. We don't want to rip people off because
Right.
I think in the industry, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in the industry, there's potentially a bit of a bad name for that. Is that right?
Right. Yeah.
So the heat and air guy has a cape because he's a bit of a hero.
Right.
Okay. So thank you for that. So just tell me a little bit. So just this last year, so we've known each other for about a year. It's not quite a year. Almost. So, and you've had a journey. Okay, so can you just share that journey, what you were doing last year, turnover, what your months look like, and then what's happened this year and where you are at now?
So this time last year, I was dead. It was the warmest winter of my career in the 10 years I've been doing it, but we were still just dead. I think I closed last year at 125,000 in revenue. My goal this year was 250,000. About the time I met you guys, I'm closing in on 500,000 revenue. Yeah.
So just tell me, how close are you to 500,000? Because I remember we had a conversation 30 days ago. What you were going to do when you were on your way to Texas in the car.
Reload this page, and I can tell you. As of right now, I'm at 414,000.
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah.
So are you going to take tomorrow off Thanksgiving, or are you just going to work that just to make sure you get it? What are you going to do?
I got to take tomorrow off if I want to sleep in my own bed.
Yes, I totally get it.
I'm going to family with us.
Okay, so you were 125 grand. You thought you could double that, but it looks like you're going to quadruple that this year.
Right.
Wow. So just talk to me then a little bit about your journey on. I think particularly for the program, what you've learned from us, I know you've got a great guy working with you as well called Greg with your marketing, and he's really helped you. And I think you've kind of given him some guidance as well on where you want to be as far as promoting yourself. So just talk to us a little bit about your experience with the program, what we've been talking about, and how that's helped you, and you've implemented that, what you've learned into your business. I think that's quite key to understand.
So I think the biggest thing is mindset. So as I explained to my technician, is we're going down a path, and when I met you guys, you just moved me by 1 degree or so different, but it made the world of difference. It's kind of hard to explain, but I relate it back to mindset. The first week or two in your module is gold right there.
Right. Okay. So what was your biggest shift then? So because mindset is quite a big, subject.
So I could say in E-Myth, I was fixing air conditioners. We were able to help you put systems and sit down and work on the business and develop it that way instead of worrying about fixing air conditioners day in and day out. You still there?
Yeah, I am. I've lost you temporarily.
You still there?
Yeah, can you see me now? It might be this hat. Okay, so
no, it's not the hat.
I'm keeping it on. So could you just share with that again? Because I think we lost most of that, what you just said.
So it's going from a technician mindset, fixing air conditioners every day, moving into a business mindset, and working on the business, working on your pricing, your scheduling, your numbers, getting to know your numbers, which I'm still learning that part.
Yeah.
There you are. I see you now.
Yeah. Do you know, I've got dodgy internet tonight. Just typical, isn't it? Well, I'll talk to you. So, okay. So do you feel that you have made that transition in your mind from tech to owner to CEO? Is that how you're feeling? How do you feel about yourself? You're on that journey?
I feel like I'm on the journey, not all the way there yet. So last year I made that goal of 250,000. No clue how I was going to do it. I just set that number. My goal next year is 1.5 million, and I'm starting to put in figures and details. I need 2 installs per week, average every day, every week. I need to do this. I need to do that. As for last year, I didn't have it. I was just like, that's what I want to do. Let's go do it.
Right. Okay. So do you feel more in control then?
Yes. Very much so.
And do you feel, I'm talking to another student earlier on today who said almost exactly the same words that you just said, is that I know how I'm going to do it. I know how I'm going to do it. So there's a degree of certainty and almost expectancy that I'm going to achieve that because I've got a clear map. Would you say that's true for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So in your journey then, this last year, what's been the hardest thing for you? What have you struggled with?
I'd say it's a tie between numbers, learning them, staying on top of them, and company culture. I've had a few mishaps with my employee now that shouldn't have happened, and it was my fault. So just fixing those and being a leader, it's harder than I thought it was going to be.
Being a leader?
Yeah.
So let's just take those one at a time. Then. Your numbers, what did you know? How clear were you on your numbers before we met?
I can look at QuickBooks and tell you how much I made.
Right, okay. And now, how clear are you on your numbers?
I know I need to know my gross profit margin and how much I'm spending on overhead and marketing. I know how to get those numbers and how to figure out I'm still learning what they mean and how to control them.
Okay.
And that's my big the next year is learning mastery.
Okay. And is that something then, so just on a personal, is that something that we can help you with further?
So I was terrible with QuickBooks beginning of the year, and my bookkeeper's catching me up. As soon as she's caught me up, I was going to sit down with that calculator you have in week 1, I think it is,
Yeah.
and go over that, and then see what I can do with you guys.
Okay. Well, that's splendid. So then your culture, right? Are you still there? Your company culture. Just share with me, have you struggled with that? Any reasons why?
I think it's because I've always been working for someone.
I've lost you, Chris.
Else and what they thought. I'm very new to it and learning still. You froze.
Yeah.
There you are.
Back again. So you've always been working with somebody else and you're new to it.
I've always been alone. Probably most everyone else in this field will relate. You don't ride with helpers, you're alone. And so being with someone and helping them, it's different.
Yeah. So how have you overcome that?
Just doing it.
Yeah.
Just doing it, reading lots of books, just do it.
Yeah.
So like I said earlier, I've already made a few mistakes that
Yeah.
probably could have cost me, but I was able to save.
Okay. So can I just ask you that on a personal note, now that you are doing 4 times the amount of business that you were doing last year, does that mean you're 4 times as stressed and you're working 4 times as hard?
No, the stress level doesn't change. It just changed to what you're stressing about. But no, I'm not. I'm working less in the field, like Eric said, more in the office, making more money. You still stress the same amount. It's just different things that I stress about.
So what keeps you awake at night?
Right now, it's just I don't know. Not a whole lot.
Not a lot. Do you know? Job done.
Right?
Yeah, job done. Okay. So, okay then. So next year, you reckon you can do 1.5? Because you have a clear
That's
map.
the goal.
Yeah, and you a clear map to do that. How long did that take you? Now that you know your numbers and you understand your message and how you're going to do that, how long did it take you to come up with that 1.5 million? And is that a realistic goal? Is that a guesstimate or is that an expectation? Just talk to us a little bit about that.
So since I tripled from last year, I'd like to triple again. So that's where I got that number from. And then I just worked backwards from there, figure out what I need to do more on top of what I did this year to hit that number. But once I broke it down like that, I wouldn't say simple, but it's achievable.
Okay.
I can do it.
And do you know how you're going to do that? And do you know exactly what it is that you have to do?
I still need to work on a little bit more, but if I can add 2 installs every week, average 2 installs a week for every week in the year of 2019, and then up my service more, I can hit it. I don't have details how I'm going to up my service yet, but I've got details on how I can hit those installs. And that's a big chunk right there.
And have you put your prices up?
Say that one more time.
Have you put your prices up this year?
Right before I met you, I actually ran on my pricing.
Right, okay, but not again. Do you think there's an opportunity to increase your prices, or you know? I think what I'm looking at is you've grown your business from from 125 to 500,000, is that all additional business, or is that because you've put your prices up as well, or you do things differently? Where has that growth come from?
I think it's additional business mostly.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a whole lot of room to up them next year. I think I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I'm getting some pushback on my pricing, so it tells me I'm probably right where I need to be.
Okay. So we had a conversation recently when you were in the car going to Texas. We talked about your conversion. I've just done a live actually on conversions now, on the whole conversion bit.
Right.
Where are you at with that personally then? Because I know when we first met, you said that selling to a stranger was hard, but selling to somebody new was easy, and that you'd never sold to a stranger, as in somebody you'd not worked with before. Where are you at with that now?
Hasn't moved a whole lot because I haven't gotten any calls.
Right.
Maybe with service and maintenance, but not many estimates.
Right. Okay.
But that's to change.
Okay.
So Greg, he needs to flood me with those.
Yes. Yeah. And again, we can help you with. I mean, we should have a coaching call coming up soon. I could talk to you about that to see how you might be able to guide him on that. Okay. So your biggest struggle was numbers and culture. What have you found easiest? What's been the nicest thing?
Scheduling and the technical aspect is still just super easy for me. Scheduling isn't really that hard to schedule me and another technician right now. Let's find that pretty easy. I don't know what else.
I mean, what about
not a whole lot easy.
So what about? I mean, do you get more time now at home, or not? Are you because you're still growing? Because 500,000 is still, it's a lot of money. It's not chump change, but it's not huge, is it? So I mean, how are you balancing your time and between work life balance?
So another technician and get him in a van on his own, I'd be able to be home more. It's still not as much as I'd like, but I'm home a lot more than over the summer when there was just one truck.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. So what would you say to somebody that was 125, just started out? So really you just started out. What would you say to them? What would be your one piece of advice that you might say in your first year of growth that you would need to look at? What would be?
To hire you.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. To hire us.
But a coach to have someone help them with the things they don't know, and just help them in general.
Okay.
So as Eric said, I watched his live. Is no one does it alone. Even the greatest of the great have coaches.
Yeah. Okay. And you've won an award recently.
Yeah.
So this is where you go all bashful, but just talk to us about that.
So that was a complete surprise. It's the 2018 Newcastle Businessman of the Year, put on by the Chamber. And my wife is actually on the board, so she counted the votes, and she didn't tell me, so I was surprised. And supposedly I won by 45 votes, and I don't know 45 people in my town that I can think of. So, quite surprising.
Yeah. And do you know why you won that?
No.
You don't know why?
No, I have no idea what I did or how I won it. I don't know.
Okay. And so here's a question then. So do you feel like you are now a businessman?
Some days, yeah. So the days that I don't work on an air conditioner, but I'm working 11 hours still, it feels like a businessman then.
Right. Okay. So next year you're on 1.5. And what do you think after that, or are you just going to take it a year at a time? What's your big goal?
So my 5-year goal is 5 million. So 1.5 next year, 3 the year after, then 4, then 5.
Okay. All right. And have you thought about how that's going to happen, or you just think I'll just get next year over with and?
Yeah. So I'm just worried about next year, and then I'll reevaluate that goal and put out a plan how to get through the following year and just do the same thing every year after.
Yeah, I think that something that well, a good piece of advice on that is that you're getting to your first 1.5 million is easier than getting to your 3 million or your 5 million, because you have a different set of problems, right? You have different. You turn up to your problems in a limousine, right, for sure, but you have a different. You have a higher standard of problem, which requires a different skill set. So the mindset piece that you were talking about, certainly in the program, do you feel that that's preparing you, or you're prepared for that transformation? Do you think you've had that? I know you said before you just shifted by 1%, but do you feel like you've had a bit of a transformation?
I think so. I think I see the world differently after talking with you guys and going through your goals or your modules and stuff. I think it's been a huge difference.
So
I couldn't put an exact word to it, but I feel the huge difference.
okay, yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it? So when you say you see the world differently as a result of your interaction with us, how did you see it before, and then how do you see it now?
Dark versus light, more positive view now. Not looking down so much. Not looking so negative against me or anyone else. More positive.
Okay.
More
All right. Okay. So just to have a bit of a quick recap then. So you've gone from 125,000 to 500,000. You've got your sights set on 1.5 million next year, which you expect to get because you have a clear path. Your biggest learning was knowing your numbers and mindset. So would you say mindset first or numbers first?
Mindset. The mindset to know the numbers.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's exactly right. That's true. You won Businessman of the Year. You're generally loving life. Would you say you're generally enjoying your business a lot more?
Yes. Yeah. I don't wake up questioning why the hell I decided to open a business.
No.
You still there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't wake up, wondering why I decided to open a business and hating life and just dragging my feet. I get up at 4:30 and go to the gym and smiling the whole time and ready to tackle the day.
Fantastic. So listen, thank you for your time. I won't take up too much more of your time now. And also, it's been a really dodgy connection. So both of us have been waving about like this to see if we're still connected.
Normal.
So thank you for sticking with it. Might be difficult watching for people, but I'm really grateful for your time. I just want to say, Chris, really congratulations on putting the work in and getting the success that you've got this year. You really deserve it. I'm as confident as you, if not more, that you're going to get to your 1.5 million next year, or probably more than that. You'll probably do more than that. So well done. Congratulations and thank you for the time.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk to you very soon. Have a great day. Enjoy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. Bye.